Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, please hit subscribe and tap like so you do not miss my breakdowns of energy innovation, clean tech, and speculative stocks. Today, we are going to talk about Oklo Inc., ticker Oklo. Oklo is one of the most interesting plays in advanced nuclear microreactors, fuel recycling, and energy policy combined. It has surged massively this year, but there is no revenue yet and big hurdles ahead. I want to take you through what Oklo does, the recent developments pushing its stock, what could go very right, what could go wrong, and what to watch if you are considering it. Nothing here is financial advice, just my take based on the latest data. Oklo wants to deploy small advanced nuclear reactors that use new or recycled fuel. Its Aurora reactors include a fast reactor design cooled by sodium, with metallic fuel based on the heritage of designs like the experimental breeder reactor Itsuwa-2. Oklo also works on recycling used nuclear fuel through an advanced fuel center that aims to reuse spent nuclear fuel to fabricate high-density fuel. This could reduce costs, dependence on external sources of nuclear fuel, and support the domestic supply chain for high-assay, low-enriched uranium. Oklo seeks agreements with government entities, defense, national labs, military bases, and data centers that need large amounts of clean electricity. An example is a pilot contract with the U.S. Air Force to supply electricity and heat at Eielson Air Force Base in Alaska. That would be a major step if finalized. Oklo has no operating plants yet. It is in the phase of construction, licensing, and permits. It must pass the regulatory stage, licensing by the NRC, approvals of reactor core design, and environmental permits. Oklo has started the groundbreaking ceremony for its first Aurora Powerhouse at Idaho National Lab, marking the physical start of the project. Financially, the company shows strength in cash but also clear risk. In Q2 2025, Oklo reported losses of about $28 million with no operating revenue. It has about $226.8 million in cash, which gives it some runway to advance, but building nuclear reactors and obtaining licenses needs a lot of capital. Analysts like Wedbush have raised their price targets due to regulatory and political support for the nuclear industry. Oklo's balance sheet shows high assets compared to little debt, which is good, but there is still no commercial revenue yet. What is driving investor interest? Strong government support is key. The Department of Energy, executive orders, and pilot programs accelerate regulatory processes and licenses. Oklo is inside several pilot projects. Construction of the first physical reactor, Aurora INL in Idaho, shows the plan is not just theory. Advances in fuel recycling may be a key advantage in costs and fuel supply, something few in the sector have underway. There is also interest in nuclear energy for AI and data centers. With growing electricity demand, companies are looking for clean, constant, local sources. Oklo could enter there if it achieves permits and scalability. But risks are large. There is no commercial revenue yet. They expect revenue around 2027, but that could be delayed. If milestones slip, the market may punish the stock. Licensing is a big bottleneck. The NRC has denied licenses before to Oklo. Reactor core approvals, environmental permits, and manufacturing permissions all require strict compliance. Construction, operation, and maintenance costs for nuclear are very high. Building a reactor involves safety, regulations, insurance, testing, and certifications that can delay costs and schedules. Valuation risk is real. The market already prices in large expectations. If Oklo does not meet technical or regulatory milestones, there could be a sharp correction. Insider selling has been reported, which can indicate that people inside see the valuation as high or want to secure gains. That can affect investor confidence. If I were considering a small position in Oklo, I would watch several points closely. Status of the license with the NRC. Progress of construction for Aurora INL. Are they meeting the timeline, cost, and safety milestones? development of the Fuel Recycling Center, permits, financing, infrastructure to produce recycled fuel and how that will affect future costs, new public or government contracts. If Oklo signs power purchase agreements or agreements to sell electricity that gives confidence, cash reserves and future fundraising, how long the current cash lasts with the costs they have, and whether they will need to issue more shares and on what terms. Stock behavior, volume, price reactions to regulatory or policy news, analyst opinions, changes in targets based on real news, competition and regulatory context, other small modular reactor companies, changes in law, subsidies, environmental and energy policies. My view is that Oklo is a name with huge potential if it delivers. It has political and regulatory support and a vision aligned with what many believe will be needed to power AI, data centers, and clean electricity demand. Its small reactor model plus fuel recycling could be a differentiator if executed well, but this is pure long-term. It is not for those looking for quick gains without risk. There are many milestones to be met: license, permits, construction, costs, certifications. The valuation is already high. I would only put a small part of my portfolio in Oklo, something I can afford to lose. I would see if Oklo delivers technical and regulatory results before increasing exposure. To sum up, Oklo is a high-risk, high-reward story, of the most interesting bets on the nuclear renaissance today. It combines advanced nuclear technology, fuel recycling, government partnerships, and the possibility of powering the next generation of energy-hungry industries. It also combines no revenue yet, heavy regulatory processes, and large execution challenges. Thanks for watching. If you like this breakdown, hit like, subscribe, and comment what you think. Do you believe Oklo will be a leader in small modular reactors, or will it remain a promise? Stay critical, stay informed, and always do your own research. I am not a financial advisor, and nothing here is a recommendation to buy or sell any security.